So we want to pause there and.
Hold on. Let me send this to Laurel.
I don't think she heard you. You would like.
Yes.
All right, this is the one. Here's the revised one that I just. Yes, when you're ready. We need to do this methodically or we lose.
Exactly, yep. I agree. And send this real quick to Laurel. So you can
Throw them all up and sign paper.
Listen, the table in their hand, we'll sat around for
hours.
all night.
All night.
Here. All right, Laura, I'm sending you a paper. Okay.
Do you want to try to sign this on there? Or we got a lot.
We got a lot.
Start somewhere.
Yeah. So, because we have a lot to sign.
So what are you, just so we can,
So what we have right now, ESP 15 and para 19 are ready to go. Para Connect pay grade is ready to go. And then we have agreement on the paid leaves. The teacher 20.
here are 6,
Para 6 and ESP. Whatever the
10,
10. Yeah.
ESP 10.
I think we should start from.
Okay.
And just start checking
Okay.
stuff off already. You know, stuff.
So these were full.
So we've got, so are those good? And then you just
And
start.
this was,
Yeah.
yeah,
Somebody.
then
Or-
we create
For
this.
ESP
Here,
15 and
I got clean ones on there. So
We create 20
perfect.
And this is, you want to look at it one more time? This is that simply committee.
and 10.
And 10.
Since this is new language, are we okay with the strike throughs? And then when I send this out for ratification, just deleting the strike through?
Yes,
You're okay with that?
yes.
Okay. And this,
That
all
was just our proposal. We
Yeah.
canceled it.
right. So then when I put this out for ratification, I'll delete the strike through then because that's new language and we don't need the strike.
He's already got. We're in the top, with the sign and date.
Yeah.
First and initial after.
Yep.
We're at the top page, right?
I usually date all the pages.
That's done.
Um,
And then it's- Right. Okay.
What did you send me other than salaries? Oh,
I just sent you the pay
just
grade.
came through.
It just,
It's gonna be at the end of the queue, sorry.
no, it's okay. She had this vacation scheduled for like 3 months back, so I think that.
I'm saying, that's cute, and that's. Pick your poison and find your
You want to do our ESP 15?
15.
All right.
Two clean ones.
I have one clean one. You have an ESP 15?
Here, we're gonna take it.
All right. So you guys start that one. I start this one.
Are you gathering your copies or do you want me to gather your copies?
I'll have you back.
This goes over.
Wait, is that, they need to go to them?
I need to sign me and Jason.
Yep.
Sign that. Us.
And then they'll keep theirs and give it to Laura and then we'll keep ours.
So when Jim's
And
done,
then
I'll
Jim-
take that one.
On file.
Yep.
Sign it line.
Works for me. This one's front and back, so just. For the cleaning care and maintenance. I'll get that for you for Christmas, Brian.
This one's all right, Laura.
I'm starting
And
like
figure team, complete. 10 should be done.
Four.
Article 10, take leave the bathroom.
You should have your copy. We have our copy.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. That's 15, ESP 15. I have, here, yeah.
ESP 15 CA. It's the next page.
That's fine.
Yeah,
You're keeping track. ESP 15.
start doing that, so you have to.
It was the person who signed, Marion?
The first one you signed was ESP 10,
Yes.
paid leave of absence.
Oh, yeah.
The second one you signed is Article 15 ESP. Please have it. You're welcome, here. You handed me this, but I don't believe you signed it.
Oh, we have. Jim,
Or Jim's got to sign it.
do you have para 19? What's wrong with it? It's a very old picture and I'm definitely not a skinny old picture.
And that's like.
And give it back to me.
Yeah, so I guess you're supposed to stop us. Yeah.
Bright red. I just need to get a new bag so that I don't have to hang this recently.
No, I took my bag myself to wear the business sticker.
Yeah.
They don't need us.
I have
Yeah.
got 10
I do JP.
and I will have,
He gives me your driver's license and badge.
I had.
I will have 15 in a minute. Jim's just finishing 15.
All right, so we have ESP 10,
An ESP 15.
ESP 15 and para 19.
I don't have my copy of 19 yet.
You finish. And then we should be good.
I'm all over.
No, he's finishing 15.
She was such an amazing idea. Yes.
Oh, they've got para 19 on their side.
Yeah, you're right, Jason. Our initial are very similar.
Oh, they sure are.
That's good to know for future reference.
Yeah, I don't put an.
That money is good, isn't it? Isn't it, JP?
It'll just stay there. I'm not out of here. Valida.
Yeah, my Mr. GP.
Jeez, y'all, sorry. All right, here's a 19.
Tear the door out. Hold the door out.
Is this your 19?
We'll take that 19.
That's our 19, yes, we don't have a 19 yet.
And then Jason will bring that 19 over.
I'm trying to find it on here.
Handles. On the door.
And you can put these on top.
And then the locksmith comes up.
You can put them on top.
What have we done? We've done 15.
So we've done ESP 10, paid leaves. We've done ESP 15, compensation. We've done para 19 salaries. And so we need teacher and para paid leaves as well. To mirror the ESP paid
Para
leaves.
appendix B.
We can do para appendix B.
We'll point those out to Mr. Warren.
That would make, let's see what she's got. Here's the two, teacher. All right, so you're gonna start your.
Yeah.
That's 20.
Paid.
That's 20. And 20.
What is teacher 20?
Paid.
The same thing, white shit.
Miss Lemon. Do you need another one?
Partridge.
I'm shaking. Now he's being good to me.
Okay.
No.
If I talk to her, she went.
Once in a while, they just gotta shake out that. Don't make fun of my dinosaur. Hey.
I had
I was
kind of
there.
braided, but
Yes,
that's what I
perfect.
did.
It's dated.
Oh, but there, okay.
You, and it printed about maybe 20 more times. Now I check it again.
See, you know.
You actually had it.
Those.
Yeah, I had a printer.
I'm gonna check them out. We could just be working on.
I was at a brand new school.
Fuck, you know, sorry.
Yeah. That's para.
Hey, you was the lecturer. The other print was an emergency.
So that I need to put the people sets on. Yes, but do you?
You're gonna play
And I'll do this.
20 and Paris 6.
Got it. I'm watching.
Teacher paid will be done in June.
This is the one that we tabled to assigning to to be a part of the committee, right?
What is it saying? Class size? Yes,
That's the one that's gonna be like.
yes. It rolled into the staffing committee. Right now, I have 19, 15, and 10. And 10.
We have para. We don't
I
have.
have para 19, I have ESP 15, and I have ESP 10.
Okay.
No problem. Not literally from the state. What I'm saying. That's different. Not like can't roll, changing dollars. And then. Just to find.
I get his PU.
Well, Brian, I get him for Christmas.
Now, Stephanie, I have 20, teacher 20,
Yeah,
in my cotton picking hand.
that's dance. Signature stamp.
Pretty handy.
Okay, that.
Right.
Signature, right?
Yep.
Here's a 20 complete.
You can have our 20.
Yeah, we have our 20.
And so when Jim's done with this one, we'll have our peers. When Jake is done, he can give us.
It's a day. And everything is on the plan. That wasn't in my office.
Sending the second teacher.
Being laid there. I'm just going to.
So
This teacher fix this, I mean, para 6 now.
that's yours. So we looked at what you guys are in caucus, the para 7 and 11 for unpaid leaves, and that was good. And the para 14 for insurance, that mirrors what we had signed last time, so we can go ahead and start signing to take.
Para 6. This our copy?
Yeah.
Let me, we'll hold you sign those if you don't mind.
Yes.
Can we sign these? Laura, look over those. These, this is, this one right here.
Yeah,
Here.
yeah. Perfect.
And then if you let me, let me.
Yeah, these were the papers that Laura gave us.
Make sure Stephanie
Hey, Laura,
There's things off her list.
those for me. This
Yeah,
is the appendix B, pair of papers. Earlier this morning, where we were getting rid of the strike reviews and adding everything.
Oh.
Later times.
Here's the other one, article 11 unpaid, which we said was good to go. And para,
Just, here's a paper.
Yeah.
and para 7 unpaid. So we looked at,
Slow down a little bit. So para 14, good.
we're good with the para 14, we're good with para 7 and ESP 11 mirrored, we're good with those. They mirrored from the TAs from last time.
Those
These are all.
are yet to be signed, right?
Those are not signed yet.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, we don't have any.
Those are not.
These are basically mirrored, right?
All right. So
Yes, yes,
I
correct.
didn't hear para 5, did I, or did I? I didn't hear para 5 or ESP 4, right?
we're good with those two.
You are.
Yes, we are good with those two.
These TAs, 7, 11, 14.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry.
I knew the thing about a lot of pictures.
That's why you have to, I love bulldog lips. They're just such a purpose.
Then here's back.
That's why I stayed late last night to print everything. 'Cause I knew that if I tried to wait till this morning, the you would decide not to print the way I needed to just.
I need to create this one.
I'll take that one. Jim's finishing up.
It's, he's got himself at this, all right. And that's it, but she's printing those forms.
Stephanie,
Then give them.
have you started an ESP 4 and para 5?
No, we have not.
I'll start.
I actually didn't have a paper copy of those. We looked at them electronically, and so if you can print two clean copies of para 4 and 5. That,
I thought I had.
I left them at the office. That was,
No, I meant at the table, because I had them in my hand.
gotcha.
Thank you.
Just on that line.
This was the last one.
I always circle.
You had to call 20, didn't you? You had to call 20. That's about, actually 26.
Yeah, I remember that thing. I remember that with it.
So that's our para B. Appendix B. And then Jason, when you're done.
But this one's done. That's para B.
Yes.
Do y'all get a pair B yet?
Yeah.
Yes, I just got it. Thank you.
Five.
So then we've got,
It's part of the 4.
yep, and we were,
These are our proposals.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I just need another set.
Another cell phone.
Our para 7, our,
we haven't signed those yet.
oh,
We haven't signed,
okay, I misunderstood. All right.
yeah, we haven't signed those yet.
I'll let Mr. one
We just need two full copies of those. Para 7, para 14, and ESP 11. We handed this back over.
That's what I do. Is that not what I just said?
Oh, I'm sorry.
ESP pool, yeah.
All right. You got it.
This was always the most confusing part, I said. Just getting, and it was even worse when we used to go all the way around.
Oh my God, that was a nightmare.
Mark Gray?
When did that space stop?
This,
After my first bargain, that, like, I'm not doing this anymore.
I tried to get that to stop.
No.
It was insane.
It's insane.
Article 4 is out here.
Jose
Yeah.
started it.
Yeah, so we need para 5.
And then it was hard to get it to stop. That's everybody? Yes.
Sorry, before. That's too confusing.
Maybe she painted color.
You know,
Mary, do you have a complete Article 4?
I do.
Laura, here's our complete 4.
So Mark Gray. Remember one. Hey, Pages.
And para 5.
Mark has made it. Right.
We need to do para 7, para 14, and ESP 11. Those are the mirror languages. that CA. Yeah.
One copy.
We need a number.
I only have one copy of 14. Okay, that's one.
That's good. You need another one?
Yeah, please.
Well, actually, these are all single.
Okay.
Okay.
It out today, so if anybody has a toner.
I think I handed the whole stack. Okay.
You need to do your deal. no?
Yes.
Here's a line. No problem.
That's all.
That was Article. Here's the 14.
CA pair,
And 7.
And who's it set?
if you're keeping track. You need more? This is,
That's it.
I forgot.
We have a complete Article 5 para. Do you have?
Are we good with para?
Yes, I've got 5.
Here's the 11.
ESP 11 is the
Article 11 ESP.
What is that teaching?
It is.
I'm looking.
Oh, back,
Is that the
back,
back
guys.
page?
No, so.
I'll swap. It's an incoming.
Be my secretary. You just like top the quantity of the number we've done at one time.
I'm all about record breaking, Laura.
I don't know, that one we did, right. The one we did with Walter that one time for the, when we did pay for performance, the spreadsheets and the stuff from the committee.
We are doing ESP 11 right now.
That was pretty Herculean,
Okay.
because you had to sign every page.
Didn't find out where they ended it.
He drove the pool strong.
Walter was a good man.
There.
For a long time, he would call me every so often just to say hello.
Sports. He loved to go
We
to
do this.
the Devil Ray games. There's a sports.
Not yet.
team following.
Oh,
The salary is the,
Okay. But you know,
this is the college hours experience set up.
yes, we did
I want to say that one may have been a,
We did that.
yes. So that's a TA.
Mhm.
The TA. 7? There are 7 we're still in? Or is that what I just handed you?
if it's not, he just handed me 14. I was waiting on Instagram.
Those are the ones we just routed. 14, 7, and 11.
Here you go. And 14. I know. 7 to 80. Seven should be going around, right?
Seven's right here.
I don't know what's missing.
When we're done, we'll check and make sure we don't have anything outstanding.
This
Hey,
is
Brian, they're backing up by
Betty,
you, buddy.
Oh,
Okay.
It is 11.
Yep, yeah.
I have one more on the conveyor belt.
It's the 11.
Tons of movement, so this comes over here, Article 7.
Let's see.
Article 7.
Yeah, good to have.
And this is ours to sign.
Yes, sir.
This exchange.
Here, Article 7.
You have ESP 11 now?
Yes. I clipped all the newest, they're all clipped together, and then, but you'll be able to. Yeah, awesome.
This one, 2, 3, 4 is done.
Well, they want to
Complete
look at
Article 11.
Those are 42 pages.
Very end of 11.
I did, thank you.
Incoming with McCary,
All right.
which is 11.
Are we ready to move?
Yeah, thank you.
This is Article 14.
Yeah, para 14. Oh, it's short one.
Yeah, right?
Second.
7, you're up 7, right?
Yes, we haven't talked about
7 is space water.
14.
14? I don't have a 14.
It's coming now.
14.
Oh, okay.
It's coming now.
Para insurance.
Four, this one's complete. I got a complete 7. Do you have a 7?
I do.
Here's 14. Incoming, so. Incoming 14. 14's right here.
Yep.
I think so now.
And now we're at the salary schedule
Incoming 14.
and then the longevity supplement, which is attached to the para salary schedule appendix C. And then the EFP is its own standalone. And then the teacher OTPT.
We,
Why don't we discuss longevity net with our educator? And looking at this, yeah, I guess this is the one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's at the very end of the year, the salary appendix.
Longevity is the only one I had checked all the other longevity is the only one we have here.
Yes, we were good with the paraeducator CDAT, the cleanup in the first part. The cleanup in the designated health, the cleanup in Title I, and then the micro-credential staff committee. And the translation services.
With longevity, here's where we are. we've seen an increase from 37 to 45. That's a win. However, when we look at the and/or on the ESP and the para, I'm proposing that we bring this back and either bring it up under another committee to look at it at a time. And here's why. Because when we started making calls in caucus, what happens in the system is when you move between contracts, you establish a new seniority. And so when that new seniority date is established, you have a new date and we don't have the archive. I can go back through, it's a time intensive process where I can go back through the org structure of the assignment you held.
I
But
see.
even that is, you have to be counting days. It's not equivalent, if that makes sense. We really need some time to unpack this on a SAP IT kind of side. I'll see how it is. I think in philosophy and concept, with it being in the same unit, we agree. But we are asking for consideration on, let's celebrate the 45 and let's come back and work on the seniority piece to see how we could do that either in committee or at a later time.
Yeah, we're cool with that.
So we need to strike for having a cleanup.
So Laura, on the para appendix B that I just sent, on the page, the second to last page, if you could, on your Word document, or have you already printed that?
Yes, but go ahead.
I guess we just need to print the last page, so you don't need to reprint the whole thing. We're gonna strike through the highlighted section.
Page 26 of 26?
29 of 30.
I know the page has changed a little bit with the updated version, but it's the highlighted section there.
Here, if you,
Okay, and or in the ESP agreement comes out. Yeah. Okay.
I sent the we just, that we signed off on the staffing committee.
Then you can
We
get.
pulled it, and then they gave the language on the staffing committee. Just add that to your list, so we don't lose it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Laura, do you want me to send the ESP appendix C over to you
With that change?
with that change?
I can make it. It's just we're having toner loss over here. We're not able to put much
She's gonna
very clearly.
get DCF called the way she's beating that poor machine up.
What's the, risk limit?
Please say something.
What's the model number
For the toner?
for the
While they're doing that.
There's a
Okay. Yeah.
1022?
You want to talk about the class size?
Yeah,
Because we had some discussion on that.
okay.
I don't think I have a really nice, pretty.
You're good.
to you, but I can tell you where we're at.
Okay.
Both PCPS and PEA recognize that class size overages are an issue that must be analyzed rather than addressed. And then what I wanted to do is then it would be just the second sentence as is.
Okay.
And then where it says a solution from the committee, I would like for that to be recommendations with the brackets around recommendations from that committee will be forward to both district PEA bargaining teams. Does that make sense?
That's good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Recommendations.
Yep.
Yep. And then
Right.
I want to strike that last part where it says and codified either by MOU or the next salary negotiations, whichever comes first, because I want to use the same language. You can look at it if you want. I took it right straight from TIAC. I don't think this should
Okay.
work operator have any more teeth or otherwise than any other committee.
All right.
I took the language straight from the TIAC
Okay.
language.
All right, so the way it would read is both PCPS and PA recognize that class size overages are an issue that must be analyzed. Therefore, the issue of class size will be discussed through the existing district staffing committee to convene during the 23-24 school year. Recommendations from that committee will be brought forward to both district and PA bargaining teams, period.
And then if you want to add that last sentence, because we struck the MOU piece, that's the last sentence from the TIAC committee language.
Okay, all right, so I will edit that. We're good with that.
Okay.
This one, well, they no longer exist. I mean, yeah, it does, but they don't have it. So, but they said that we need to print something that
Okay.
they'll be happy to print whatever.
It's
Miss Nolan.
I think
no.
we need to pause with
I
concentrate.
mean, if you go all the way down.
Yeah, just a sec.
They don't now, well, they have built.
On that ESP, when we'll find that, that's gonna be the bridge and everything attached.
Yeah.
You know,
And what, all I did was I took off the 24, 25, 26. So everything else they became,
But I don't think.
I took off the 24, 25, 25, 26 pay grade part of it. And then the few things that I made notes on, like the FFRS were stricken through, I struck that, but everything else is the same.
Oh, they all fight over the eight.
It's on the multi lines.
You got teachers.
So they 9.5. So they 9.5.
Did you want to add this language into Article 8, where the staffing committee resides?
Did we TA something on
I think that is.
Okay. All right, then I'll pull it up in format.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm okay with it being in Appendix B since we had sign off on Appendix B.
but there's nice language in 8.1 about the committee. And remember, I read.
We can do that really quickly.
It will just have to be, the team will have to remember to update it or pull it next. Because it's a 1-year thing right now.
All right, I can do that real quick.
That I could hold her. She could print to a big printer somewhere.
Okay. Thank you again, Ms. Nolan.
Sure. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And that's super short.
I got you. You know, the receipt of this stuff. Is it easier to do that or to email it to you? Pages.
One or the other, either way.
It's a wireless printer.
You're welcome to email it to me if you'd like.
I don't mind. Look,
Okay.
wireless. Yeah. What's the name of that one?
I'll do ESP piece here, right, signed.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I wanted to discuss a significant, or where is that language that I wanted to talk right there? The language of the grids that I wanted to have discussion with them on. That right there.
We talked on it already. Oh, right.
If ever have documents and wants to, they can log in here, just print our copies. And the other option is you can email them to me.
I'm just gonna make it clean. I'm gonna make it an 8.1-2. That's under this.
My phone is here. And then you did print them yourself. The other option is email them to me and I'll print them for you, whichever one you're more comfortable with. So this is about nothing. This will go to the big one I was just saying, the copier and the supplier. Okay. Thank you. Shoot. Thanks. And take these first, I mean, who your copies. Yeah. Thanks for all you all do. That takes too long, just email them to me and I'll print. Yes.
Laura, I'm gonna send this over to you
That's your plan.
for the Article 8 staffing plan, which is where the committee is gonna, classifies committees.
Shame. That's online certification.
There you go.
Got good use on them.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we're getting ready to do the ESP. They're planning on this.
Yeah, Laura made that change on both of them.
All right. So, I mean, you were working on, I guess.
I've already revised, so Laura has both the appendix C ESP that has the longevity. And I sent her the salary appendices for all three contracts, where in para appendix C is where the longevity supplement lives at the end of their salary.
So let's talk like processes now.
Okay.
Is what I want to talk about is like something that we talked about earlier, but we've never, never done right before. I know we're all used on that. We're on this page.
Yes.
So that's what you need. I realize that.
Mhm.
But we all also realize the discussion we had earlier about the values and the ESP program pieces, right?
Mhm.
And so what I'm wondering, we initial the pages like what we usually do. It could be used to go send out, but then there could be perhaps a cover, and the cover would read as follows. We can take a look at the salary tentative agreements are conditional pending review and verification by the district's budget team. It followed in a lot of budgets. It means we've agreed retaining all of the grids. But if we can't end up with like a 10.8 or 10.9 exposure. At that point in time, we're out of the guardrails. We don't think we're going to be, but we don't know. We've done this too many times.
But we've never really ever had, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
We've never ever really had a error where it came back to being millions more dollars.
Outside of last year when we moved to the student services.
Right. And so that was an aberrancy. And we've typically always, in fact, one time Lee found an error that was the district's error. And we brought it right away back to your attention. And if we had to re-TA, we could re-TA. We've agreed on the money and the distribution. If something were a problem, you could always call and bring it back. But we've never had to put that kind of a proviso, because if it was something that was going to cause a cut in what you've done, that really should reopen a discussion.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go down that path of discussion. So we TA these.
Mhm.
The ground rules that I started with today, I read through the TAs can be pulled back. So at that point in time, if we find there's a problem on the runs in one of those spreadsheets and say that takes us over that threshold where we can be, we come back, we just halt everything. But then you're gonna have to go back out for another, would you have to go back out for another vote in that regard?
Well, so the procedure for us is we have to have it out for advertisements for so many days. And I believe we've amended it down to 5 because we do this all electronically now. To where before it was 10 working days because we had to print and send
You had to post.
copies out and whatnot. We don't have to do that anymore. It's an electronic posting. So, and I know JD will be back on Monday, and I know Jason has been running actual numbers too, as we've been going from last night to today as well. I don't feel like we're gonna end up with a huge anomaly here, with what Jason's run today and what JD and I have been working up. And so I think we will be okay outside of, last year we did have an anomaly with moving and creating the new student services, which that was a new salary grid, and the way we were moving people, it didn't work out in SAP the way we were thinking it would. But I think that we have been really purposeful in doing our due diligence to make sure that anomalies like that stay that way as anomalies and don't happen, because we want to have confidence in the numbers we're both presenting to each other. And so I would feel that we can sign off like we normally do. And then if it's something comes back to where it impedes, where it's drastically off for whatever reason, I think we can come back for conversations. We wouldn't be going out to actually vote until the week of the 16th. Because they would have to be out for advertisement for a full week. And so I would hope that between today, tomorrow, and Monday when JD's back, if you guys did find something that was completely anomalous of outside of what we did, we do have time next week. If we needed to absolutely pull back on something, I think we have that time before we're going out for a vote. What happened last time, over last summer, is that we were in the middle of voting. And, when some of those were found, and that would have caused a huge disruption in the ratification process. But I think if we can shore things up early and just double and triple check, we would have time next week if we needed to, but I don't think we'll be in that position. We've done, I think, a really good job in making sure that the salary grid match what SAP polls and moving forward.
I agree with you. We've been careful, we've been cautious, we've been conservative. I'm the action plan guy for the contingency. So let's say we do find something.
Mhm.
Does that mean we all come back in this when we've been together?
Yeah.
Or if we adjust, if it's a ministry, I just don't know.
I think it
That's a
would,
whole other
I
day.
think it would, I mean, if something were to come, I think, please give me a call right away. And then we can see what it is and then make steps to move forward.
So we discussed, we have smaller budgetary groups that meet, studying JD. We have a smaller caucus that meets to discuss those things. And I think, should you find,
But here's who has double checked all the pivot tables and what JD is working alongside. And JD is not agreeing that all this information is correct.
no, we're not saying that it does. We're saying that there are small groups that meet, that bring things back to the large table. So if you were to find a minuscule error or a larger error, I think you would reach out to us. We could then decide what is the error, confirm, deny, whatever it is, maybe, and then come back to the big tables meeting. But I don't see as where, you read the rules this morning, Brian. Okay, because there was a $6 million error.
Yeah.
And again, we have done that.
Yeah.
And the other time we did it is when we did the major shift from paras and ESPs to pay grades. I found some, the one thing administration things, how we were going to do certain things. And we actually were able to work that out without changing the language, but we were able to develop a process for administering what had been agreed to.
But I think a good example of that too is, we thought that moving school-based secretaries to the FSRS was going to work a certain way. And then when we actually started moving those folks, it really wasn't working that way. And then we came together, came up with a solution, and we signed it. So I think that with the ground rules that we already have in place and past practices, making sure that things like that are fixed.
If I may, let's do the contract thing. So Appendix E Ground Rules 4 says throughout negotiations, all tentative agreements shall be signed by a representative designated by each party. A mutual agreement, a TA may be reopened for negotiation.
Mhm.
So I think that's what we're talking about in the process.
Mhm.
But what concerns me, and I just need to walk through it, is number 10.
Mhm.
And I don't think we're at number 10 today because I don't think we're at 4 o'clock. It says when the negotiating teams reach TA on all items under negotiation, proposed TA shall be written and submitted to the board. We're not that place yet. Because we don't have pairs, we don't have teachers. Other items that are yet to be discussed tonight.
Well, actually, according to my list, I think we're done, other than signing the salary schedules and the appendix C for ESB.
And for discussion.
Well, I guess we have OTPT.
Yeah, we've got OTPT to discuss and, OTPT. And then there was attendance language.
But we signed that.
We
That was
signed
para
Did
5 and
you
para,
Sign that?
yes,
Yeah.
those are signed.
Okay, so I
Those are
don't have
signed.
that to discuss because that was to match the
Yeah,
teachers.
yep.
So that's
We
really
signed that
OT,
Mhm.
ET, and then the teacher pair.
Well, and I would offer, I mean, we are so close, and instead of duty releasing people to come back, if we can probably stay for another half hour, and we can probably square this away. Because we've already gone through the salary grids, and I sent the revised ones over. So it's really OTPT, and I think that's actually going to be a fairly quick discussion.
What I'm trying to get you to get your feedback on, we know number 4 is a reopen.
Yeah.
But number 10 seems to be talking about when everything's in the bank and we're moving presentation with the board.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna argue, I'm gonna believe I interpret this to say, we're not there until we actually have the difficulty presenting this to the board. We can pull back to item number 4 to reopen at any time if there's an expansion, right?
When you,
Even right out.
If there's especially if you found a.
That's what the language-
Monetary error.
yes,
And the timeline that I discussed with Mr. Hyde yesterday, obviously contingent upon finishing up, really between today, is that, with our timeline, he could advertise it to the board and have it on the 23rd, or I think it's 24th, on the 24th agenda, contingent upon ratification. And that would still give us enough time to advertise and vote.
and to that out and make sure
Yeah.
that the budget team is. And time to look this one, I have done that clear. I mean, that's why this seems like a simple,
It's really not. Either we agree or.
a simple agreement. We can move forward. I can't guarantee that this is gonna be done in 3 days.
Can we caucus?
I'm a little disappointed in the hesitation to sign such a simple agreement. That we have reached back across the table and put another $1 million at the risk of our budget, and we can't get a simple agreement that says that it'll fall within the allocated budget. I'm just.
But I guess
Yeah.
I'm just a little hesitant because with the numbers that you ran today, Jason, we were within $12,000. And so I guess I'm just having a hard time understanding what would happen and what would make it drastically change from that when you've been checking the numbers today.
Because you didn't run new numbers, you were just you was checking
Okay.
your spreadsheet
I was checking.
and what I
Okay.
had done.
And I thought you were pulling, 'cause
No way. Like I said last night, there's no way. I didn't.
Okay.
These spreadsheets, there's just no way that we can be double checking the accuracy of everything that's in there. And it's very comprehensive.
City.
I mean, it's.
and I can understand your frustration. But I also want to say too, that we've had these spreadsheets, JD and I worked at the teacher one in July, and that hasn't changed at all. And then when I did the costs out for the support staff, I did that August 23rd, and that hasn't changed at all, except for the PA7.
The
Then,
teacher one did.
wait a minute, then. They're-
Well, other than the
if they're
$80
correct-
that-
If you're correct, then why would there be an education scientist?
I guess if they're correct, we've never done something like this before. And so that's kind of our hesitation right now. We've never signed anything like this before. And I feel confident in my numbers. I feel confident in JD's numbers. And some of my, I guess, hesitation or frustration is that, the teacher one, other than adding the $80 in, which logically, rationally, the way I costed that out, Jason understood it, you understood it, Heather. Other than that, it hasn't really
I
changed.
said, we understood the logic.
Okay,
And I said that, and I was very clear, said this every time, I understand the logic.
okay.
We need to fight in the car.
Can we just caucus for 5 minutes?
Make one more statement.
Yeah.
I think what you understand, that we understand, that there are sometimes 10 spreadsheets that are linked together. And the way that SAP is, you have to pull multiple reports. They raise an index. Sometimes we do, so these all types of links and some concatenated together. And then y'all get tired because it's a big spreadsheet when you work on it for 4 5 little snippets out on the side. And you did a very good job of trying to clean it up, but that's the piece. We just want to didn't make the spreadsheet and Jason didn't make it.
Okay.
We stayed yesterday evening to
Yeah.
try and, trace it back. But we just gotta make sure. Because if it is to go big.
Okay.
What you,
So if we could have 5 minutes. Thank you. All right.
All I got,
Thank
there's 3 of them for 3.
you.
Right.